Hi everybody. In this short lecture, I'm going to give some pointers on how to develop a research question. But first, it should be asked, is it necessary to formulate a research question at all? If you already know what you want to study, isn't it just a matter of starting the project? And to some extent, I would like to answer in the affirmative to such a question. First, there are research traditions that do not always make use of research questions. For example, I come from the field of philosophy and ethics, and many of the papers that are written within that field are argumentative. There are, of course, reasons to explain to the reader why there are what they are about to read, and a research question might be suitable for that. But it isn't necessarily important to state a research question always. Here we generally are satisfied to state like a purpose for the paper. However, although research questions are then not always necessary in every field, most often they are, and that is true within the field of teaching and learning in higher education, most often. So before I continue then, I would briefly want to describe what the difference is between a purpose and a research question in academic articles. And the answer that I have experienced as the most satisfactory is that the purpose is about the goals that you have with the study. That is, what your intentions are with your study. The research question is instead about restricting this objective that you have further by formulating the purpose in the form of a problem. So the research question is the tool we have to limit our purpose in a particular study. Thus, by formulating a good question, we can know what our data or material should be, as well as how we should go about studying it. The research question, more than the purpose, thus shows us the way forward for our research and also makes it possible to determine whether our research during the process is going in the right direction. This does not mean that the research question that is formulated will always look the same way throughout the research process. You can change it and revise it and modify it according to your needs and according to the insights that the research process gives rise to. But as it's a guide for yourself as well as for those who will read your work, the research question is indispensable. To assist you in developing a good research question, I have developed this video lecture consisting of then 2 videos. The first will give you some tips on how to develop a good research question, while the other video is an exercise where you get to practice some of the ideas developed in the first video. So I hope these videos are helpful. See you in the next video.